How are we all doing tonight? Welcome back to another Conductor Thursday live stream. I am doing a solo act this week on my annual weekly live stream. Tonight, we're going to be talking about Universal Studios Hollywood. We're going to talk about the Christmas overlay at Super Nintendo World. We're also going to be talking about a lot of development happening at the Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift construction site, with more track being installed day by day. One of our good friends from the channel, Virus, who's been active on X like crazy, posting pictures nonstop. I give a huge shout out, and I'm going to actually share some of his pictures on X showing the increased progress of the Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift. There's some updates also with ride closures. From what I heard, Jurassic World, the ride, is down until I think towards the end of November. It's going through its refurbishment. It's going to be focusing on the Dominus Rex. For the longest time, it's had a big chunk of skin missing, so you can kind of see the mechanisms inside his neck. They're going to be addressing that. They're going to be addressing the screens. As soon as you leave the station, go up the first lift hill and through the gate, you literally are passing through two giant screens on either side of you. Apparently, it's been having issues with glitching, with just the screens not working. Some of the animatronics for the dinosaurs, once you get past that part, are showing their age, not working very properly. So it's going through a refurbishment. Also, the Mummy. I don't know if a lot of you follow JP21 or JP Land 21 on YouTube, but definitely follow him. Follow him on X as well, Instagram. But he put out a video today stating that the Mummy is going to go down starting on Monday for 4 months. It's going to go through a lengthy process with a lot of the animatronics not working. That's going to be addressed. One of the screens not working. Some of the effects at the end of the ride not working. So a lot of those things are going to be addressed. Also, again, we're going to show a picture from Virus and Mondo from Five Fires that is showing a construction wall on the side of the outdoor Mummy queue. A lot of speculation has been happening what the area can be. I'm pretty confident I know what it is. It's going to be it's going to be the new location of the studio tour load and unload area. Way back in the, I think, early 2000s, if not the mid to late 90s, the studio tour load and unload area was on the lower lot, so they are putting it back on the lower lot, because up on the upper lot where it sits, that is rumored to be theme park space. What it's going to be, we just don't know yet. It's too early to speculate. So I want to thank everyone for joining tonight, because it's been a crazy couple days, not only just with Universal, what they're doing, but also in the world with the current election, which I'm not going to dive into. I don't mix politics with theme park content, but a lot of that stuff has been going on. Just a lot of craziness happening. So I want to ask you guys first. If you haven't followed me on YouTube, on social medias, I have all my links down in the description. I'd appreciate it if you follow me. I always try to post the most recent updates to the theme parks, especially Universal. Also, like and subscribe if you haven't. But I want to ask you guys, post in the comments, do you want me to start with Universal and the construction and the refurbishments, or do you want me to start with the Christmas overlay of Super Nintendo World that we're getting this year finally at Universal Studios Hollywood? Post in the comments. And then, by the way, since I've mentioned his name multiple times, Virus, if you don't follow him on X, please do so. Again, he's he's a great friend of the channel. Posts amazing content on X. So definitely check him out. Virus, again, thank you for joining tonight's live stream. He basically said, thank you for that. Hate how people are posting politics, even though their Twitter says nothing about politics. Yeah, everyone has a right to their opinion on politics, but, I don't like to involve politics into my channel. It's just not what I do. But I do have to say, though, Virus, on one stipulation before we get to the construction progress at Universal. I do find it interesting if Walt Disney World, Magic Kingdom, does keep the Hall of Presidents and they don't get rid of that because of Rivers of America, their version over there, getting torn out for the new Cars Land that got announced at D23 this year. It is going to be interesting to see the Donald Trump animatronic being put back front and center, which they have stated has never happened with any president animatronic they've ever had. So I just want to say that, and I'm going to leave it as that, but that is kind of interesting. So you guys voted on construction, so we're going to get into construction here. Let me share my screen real quick. Give me 1 second, guys. 1 second. We're going to do that right now. Yes. Okay, here we go. Bear with me here for a second. All right, Virus, I have your page up. So these are pictures courtesy of Virus and Inside Universal. I'm going to start with your recent one, Virus. Again, correct me if I'm wrong, but it looks like this was posted tonight. Am I correct on that statement? That this section of track is new. This wasn't here, as far as I remember. This is an additional piece. Okay, so it was. Okay, good. You made a good point. You basically said in your post, you said 2 pieces went in, 20 more pieces of track and 9 supports are scheduled to go up before 11/16. Track going up every day besides Sunday, which is their day off. Okay, so I just want to point something out real quick. You also said more is going to go in tonight. I appreciate that. Okay, so I want to point something out here. I know what the construction said, that the ride is not going to open until 2026, but I do have to admit, Virus, if this is coming true, which it seems like it is, because I see your post every single day, we can have an early, how can I put it? We can have an early testing in probably winter of 2025, which means anywhere from October 2025 all the way to December 2025, we can actually see the roller coaster being tested. Maybe not open, but again, we can't confirm that. It would be nice if it was for soft openings, but I would imagine they would at least be testing it by then. But hopefully by then they're working on the landscape of the attraction, because no one wants to just see dirt. I don't want to see dirt. I want to see some type of vegetation, some type of, ride elements, facades, something where it's not just barren. So, but I could see a late 2025 testing for this coaster, which makes me super excited. I'm going to show some other pictures you posted. So let me get to that. Um, so these, I'm assuming as well, Virus, if I'm not mistaken, this circle here that I'm showing, these are new supports that went in today, which is absolutely incredible. And someone posted like a few weeks ago, I don't know if it was you or someone else, these little catwalks here that you see up here leading to the top level of this building, which I've heard is a line extension, so it's ride queue area. It kind of sucks that these catwalks are only temporary and they're not actual catwalks, but I can understand why, because now that these supports are here, they would be kind of close. So I understand that. Oh, they went up a week ago. Oh, wow. Okay. So they went up a week ago. So that's pretty interesting. If these went up a week ago, then I would say by December we could see track on this. I'm just making an educated guess. Um, but yeah, it looks even more interesting by the day. It's absolutely incredible what's going on. Um, I want to point something else that you have here. Let me do that. Let me see. Let me see. Okay. So this is another picture you posted. Um, you can see even more supports going up. And then here's that before picture before the track reached up to here, which was placed tonight. And Virus is saying that we do have more track showing up. He also said track should be going from the dive loop to those supports by the 16th. Holy Lord. I cannot wait for that, Virus. That is going to be just absolutely incredible. Um, One thing I'm going to click on here, Virus, because I want to show this. I pointed out a long time ago when these catwalks first showed up, they were kind of that silver gray looking, well, not gray, but light silver colored catwalks. And at the time, they installed them on this section of track here, had them up for about maybe a week or so, maybe even less. And then all of a sudden, they removed them. And I said, the reason they removed them, if the track is going to be dark gray like a Velocicoaster color, which it seems exactly the same color, they would want the catwalks to blend in. They don't want them sticking out like a sore thumb. So I'm glad they did that. I'm glad that they blended the catwalks into the track so it's less noticeable. So I'm glad they did that by far. And then these are just pictures from Theme Park Wizard. He got super excited when this track literally went underneath the escalator. So very cool stuff. Yes, they did have to check the size, which makes perfect sense. But I'm glad they painted them as well. So I'm not complaining about that at all. It looks a lot better. They're installing on the launch track here. I think I don't know the terminology name for this, but this is literally the beginning of the coaster right here, and they're installing, I'm going to call them slats. I know that's probably not the name for them, but slats on the launch section of the coaster. Let me see. Give me 1 second here. Okay. You know what? Let me pull up something real quick Virus, since you sent me that. Virus was so kind enough to give me a picture. Let me see if I can find that real quick. Give me 1 second, because now it disappeared. Give me 1 second, guys. 1 second. Here we go. Virus kindly shared this picture with us. Thank you for that, Virus. So that extended building that we're looking at, that's been built upon in the last 3 or 4 months, this is extended queue right here. So that's what that is. And it's going to go from here all the way, kind of zigzag around and go inside the building. So definitely very cool, that we're getting that by far. I'm super excited. Like I said, I personally think, Virus, and everybody, that we could see ride testing happening in late 2025. Post in the comments what you guys think about that, but I 100% think we are going to get ride testing in 2025, late 2025. The next curiosity I want to bring up, like I said at the beginning, this giant construction wall fence, I'm going to call it like a wood fence, because that's what it is. So right here, we've been seeing for, God, I would say at least 6 months plus. A lot of people speculated this was for the new studio tour load and unload area, which I think it is. A lot of people said, well, maybe they put this here to reinforce the wall for the hillside, which is entirely possible, until they can start digging in this hillside. And from what I've been told, they're going to dig into this hillside by 100 feet, or at least 90 feet, 90 to 100 feet in. So it makes me wonder if that's what's going on. But it also brings the curiosity. We are losing The Simpsons in 2028. We're losing the license. And Universal does not want to pay Disney for extended rights to The Simpsons. I think we need to pass the buck to Disney. If they own them, hey, they have every right to do whatever they want with them. But it brings the curiosity to me. That show building where The Simpsons ride is, that building's been there for 20 plus years. It had E.T. in there, or not E.T., I'm sorry. It had Back to the Future in there. And we've heard stories from Theme Park Wizard, many content creators, including myself. I had a source at one point that I was talking to a lot. He worked for security at the park, but that's all I'm going to say about that. But he told me that that building's starting to show its wear. So what I mean by that is, he would get to the park to supervise the workers coming in and out for the Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift coaster being built. And he would tell me a lot of times he would see flatbeds, like, truck flatbeds, park on the side of the Simpsons show building and taking out ride vehicles of the Simpsons ride vehicles. And basically, in a nutshell, he told me that the building's falling apart. The foundation is cracking. It's no longer being stable. So I forgot what side he said. I think it was the left side of the building, and the left side is going facing towards the lower lot. That's still operational. The right side is abandoned. From what I heard, from what he told me, the right side is abandoned. A lot of the ride vehicles are missing out of that right side, and the ride vehicles that are on that right side, they are being stripped for parts for the left side, which is operational. That's why a lot of times when you go to Universal Studios Hollywood and you see the Simpsons ride high in wait time, it's only because they're only able to use the left side. The right side's completely abandoned. They don't use it anymore, as far as I know. Like I said, the building is becoming unsound. From what I heard, do not quote me on that, but from what I heard, it's becoming more and more unsound, and it's becoming at a point where they will have to close that ride permanently and rip the building down because it would cost way too much to restructure that building to make it sound. And with that area, and literally right behind it on the right side is where the studio load and unload area is. And if that's getting moved down to the lower lot where we're looking at right now, this picture behind the mummy, you know, it makes me wonder what could we see come. Could we see a Universal Monsters Land, which, don't get me wrong, a dark universe, hands down, I would love it. I'm not denying it. I'm not, criticizing. I would love it here. And personally, I still have mixed feelings about it going to Epic Universe first. I think Hollywood shouldn't have gotten that land since the monsters were born here in Hollywood. I just don't think Orlando should have gone at first. We should have got it. But I'm hoping we get Dark Universe. I don't know between the Simpsons area, the tram load and unload area, if that would be enough land for a Dark Universe, because I would really want the full land and not something where it's our version of Super Nintendo World where it's smaller than the other two Super Nintendo Worlds in Japan and in Orlando and Epic Universe. So I'm hoping that's not the case. So what do you guys think? Do you think this is what this area is going to be used for, the load and unload area? Jose said, hopefully they use the whole part for 2 new rides. It's a lot of space it's not being used. Every time I go there, I look down and it's a huge spot. You're absolutely right. And I totally 100% agree with that. So hopefully they do. Virus said, I heard rumors that they will start their next project before Fast and Furious is open. Interesting. I'm guessing, Virus, that the next project is going to be tackling the Simpsons land and stripping it of its theming and probably some demo, if I had to guess, of that ride building. Because, again, Universal only has the rights to The Simpsons until 2028. Once 2028 happens and they still have theming of The Simpsons, it could mean that Universal will have to pay Disney, and I don't think they want to do that. Ian said maybe Oz if Wicked is a hit. Maybe. It could be entirely possible. I'm all for that. Truly, I am. Chris West said, I don't think we will. I'm going to edit this a little bit. I don't think we will be ready for the Olympic crowds in 28. It's Chris. It's entirely possible. Shout out to Theme Park Wizard. He's been on top of permits. I call him the GOAT of permits when it comes to Universal and even Disneyland. But mainly Universal. He has stated time and time and time again, and he's been on this like crazy, that we are getting 2 on-site hotels. One is going to be in the Woody Woodpecker parking lot, and to his recent posts on X and also his platform, he's stated that later this month the Woody Woodpecker parking lot is only going to be exclusive to preferred parking, which means that they can start construction of the new hotel either later this month, whether it's putting up construction fences, or it could be next month. We just don't know yet, but it's coming sooner rather than later. The second hotel is going to sit where, I don't know how many of you went to Halloween Horror Nights this year at Universal, but where Ghostbusters and Insidious was, behind the Curious George parking structure, which I don't even know if the parking structure is going to survive. That area behind, that's where the second hotel is going to be. And from what I've heard in City Walk, I Fly, the skydiving experience, is going to be closing in 2025. Probably early 2025, if I had to guess. A lot of times when I go there, there's not too many people visiting that booth. And right next to where that is, you have a big, big, big gate that would lead you right down the path where that H lot is, where the hotel or the second hotel is rumored to go. Virus also said, I agree, but I don't think they will close it in 2026. Maybe they start a new project in late 2025, and then 2027, 2028, they remove The Simpsons. You know what, Virus? That could be entirely possible. But what project would that be? That's what I'm curious about. A lot of people have speculated it could be an extension of Super Nintendo World. It could be the Donkey Kong expansion, which I'm going to get a lot of criticism for, because a lot of people say it's not happening. Or it could be some type of Nintendo property. Or it could be a Harry Potter expansion. Or who knows? I don't really know. It could be a lot of things. So if you're right on that, I would love to see that. Believe me, keeping The Simpsons a little while longer just adds capacity. And if you close the land down, the ride, the bars, the shops, it kind of decreases crowds that Universal can hold. So hopefully that's the case. Jose said, I really wish we could get a Universal's Monsters Land, not the same, but different, like 2 rides, a boat ride for the Creature of Black Lagoon, and a dark ride. Okay, so Jose, I 100% agree with you on that. A boat ride, a water dark ride, boat ride featuring the Creature from the Black Lagoon would be an amazing idea. I'm so down for that. On the aspect of the Universal Monsters not being, like, Dark Universe not being the same, there are some elements I would like to be similar, if not the same, and I'm gonna say why. So we've seen concept art, we've seen video clips, we've seen, or on Orlando's website, Orlando Universal's website, you can actually explore the land and see different details. One thing I would say, like for like, I would say food and beverage, I would like to see the tavern with the big wood meal come here for our version, and I would like to see like a the Dracula style steakhouse. I would like to see those two come at least, and maybe the e-ticket. But everything else, I agree with you. Change. And that's what I stated with the Donkey Kong expansion. We got it here. Because early on, when we were supposed to get it, it was mapped out where we would have the biggest, superior version of the Donkey Kong expansion. Because it was going to take up soundstage 7 through 12. So it was going to be the biggest Donkey Kong expansion that Universal was ever going to build between the three different Universal parks that are between. Well, I'm not including Hollywood. I'm just saying Japan and Orlando. One thing I said about the Donkey Kong expansion was, well, maybe we can have some exclusive games to our version. We can have exclusive meet and greets. We can even have a Donkey Kong themed restaurant, which the other two versions do not have. I think they have like a quick service location, but it's not a restaurant, not like Toadstool. We can have something like a Toadstool, but Donkey Kong version, which would be incredible. And maybe instead of a roller coaster, we can have an indoor dark ride or some type of water ride. But if we were going to get the coaster, maybe it could be a different layout from the other two. We can easily customize ours. But I know a lot of people give me crap for saying, oh, Donkey Kong's never coming. It got axed. Believe me, I hear you. I'm just saying, when it comes to customization, like Jose was saying with Dark Universe coming to Hollywood, there's ways you can customize it, but kind of keep some of the same things they built in a different version of the land somewhere else. Virus said Transformers, Mummy, Supercharged, plus we have the Dino Padlock. Okay, so let me ask you guys on this. Mummy, yes. Mummy has been slated for years now to be torn out and ripped apart. And I kind of want to dive into the Mummy real quick. With this 4-month long extension refurbishment going on, it really makes me wonder how much money they are really honestly going to pump into this ride, knowing that it's already been rumored to be ripped out. So it kind of begs the question, how much money are they going to put into this attraction? Because it doesn't have much time left, whether it's a year, 2 years tops. One thing I want to bring up, and I know a lot of people might say, I don't know if that would work, but I'm going to bring it up anyway. I was thinking you could build an extension of Jurassic World. Either build a version of the Velocicoaster, or, hear me out, the Beijing ride that their version or their Universal Park has for the Jurassic World. I don't know if any of you have seen it, but it's completely immersive. You have the big giant T-Rex and a Dominus coming after you, chasing you. It's it's mind blowing. I would love nothing more to see that come here. Also, they have kind of like I think it's Beijing's Universal. They also have kind of like a roller coaster, but it's almost like a oh my god, Silver Bullet type ride, but Jurassic World theme in Beijing. We could see that come here as well. That would be absolutely incredible. Now, on the aspects of Transformers, I don't know if they'll get rid of it. If they do get rid of it, I don't know what they would put there. It would be something interesting. The Dino Padlock, if they do build an extension to Nintendo, I can either see Nintendo expanding out in that section with the current land they have, or making that a pathway into the new Nintendo land, whatever that might be. Ian said, I don't mind a Nintendo expansion. I just want our own thing, like a Luigi's Mansion ride, not a clone of Donkey Kong. You know what? To be honest with you, Ian, I totally respect that because I've actually said that myself. If we don't get a version of Donkey Kong, I would not mind at all a Luigi's Mansion land with a e-ticket attraction. I think that would be absolutely incredible, without a doubt. It would definitely make Hollywood's park very unique. Virus said we definitely have a great future for Universal Hollywood. We definitely do. The possibilities are endless, without a doubt. Um, you also said they would have to remove some of the hill plus the HHN maze. Okay, so it's interesting you say that, Virus, because I wouldn't mind losing that location. Because from what I'm guessing, by the time HHN comes next year, we could see, and don't quote me on this, we could see the Metro sets come back, which I'm really, 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 really hoping is the case because the Metro sets make HHN that much bigger. And I kind of feel like if they are going to start the hotel projects and they're going to build both hotels at the same time, we're actually going to lose 3 HHN maze locations. So it would make sense to bring back the Metro sets if that's the case. Jose said, I love the Mummy, but it does need to be upgraded really bad. But I rather prefer they use that section for a Jurassic land to be expanded if they are not building a new land in that area. Yeah. Jose, I definitely encourage you to go on YouTube once you're done watching this and check out um, definitely check out Beijing's Jurassic World indoor dark ride. And like I said, I think they have that coaster in Beijing as well, which is a Jurassic World roller coaster. It's not a Velocicoaster. It's almost the exact same ride system as Silver Bullet, but there is a bonus with this. The ride vehicles actually twist and turn to different sections. It's really cool to watch. So definitely check that out on YouTube. I could definitely see that coming to Hollywood for sure. Chris West said that is like the Hulk coaster in Orlando, but Transformers themed. Yes, it is. Jose said, I would love Nintendo to expand to the old voice building into a Luigi's Mansion and then all the buildings, including Transformers for Pokemon. Pokemon would definitely be something very cool to have. I'm not dissing that at all because I would love to have Pokemon. I grew up with Pokemon. Um, my only my only thing is I think since Hollywood is so small, um, the one thing I would say to kind of expand Nintendo out, and I'm gonna say this with a grain of salt. If what Virus was saying earlier, about you know the Transformers area, the Mummy area, supercharged, and the Dino Padlock area, the Dino Padlock area, I can don't quote me on this, but I could see maybe some type of Yoshi Omni mover being added to Super Nintendo World in that area. It don't get me wrong, it would be very difficult to do, but I think they could do it. It would make sense. It would give Nintendo a lot more expansion space, which there's a bonus to this. If they do that and they do expand in that area for that, I would like to see more characters do meet and greets. Like Yoshi, for example. We're getting something that Universal Hollywood has never done this year or in 2025. It's called Fan Fest Nights. And one of the Fan Fest Nights is based off a Yoshi egg hunt adventure. And more than likely, again, not confirmed, but more than likely, we're going to get a Yoshi meet and greet. So if they expand into the Dino Padlock area, and let's say they do build the Yoshi Omni Mover attraction, and again, I know it'd be difficult. It is possible, not guaranteed. It would expand Nintendo. I'm just saying that. Um, Chris said, just looked up the coaster. It's called Jurassic Flyer. Yes, it is called Jurassic Flyer. I can actually put it on the screen if you guys like. Do you guys want to see it? Because I could put it on the screen so you guys can all see what it's about. I just gotta mute the sound. Just because of copyrights. I don't want to get hit with the copyright. So let me know in the comments if you want me to look that up for you guys so you guys can watch it. Also, addressing Virus's comment about Supercharged on the studio tour. I am going to tell you this. That building, I kind of feel is going to get removed. I don't think it's going to get reskinned. Because I think the whole Falls Lake area is going to be another expansion slot for theme park space, and I do think if we do get a Harry Potter expansion area or expansion land, it's more likely going to be the Ministry of Magic. But here's the twist on that. A lot of people kind of got upset already, and they haven't even experienced the land yet. A lot of people got upset about what the expansion in Epic Universe is of what do you call it, of Harry Potter. It's based off the Fantastic Beast movies, and the whole land's Fantastic Beasts, but as soon as you go inside, it's the Ministry of Magic ride. I kind of feel if we got something like that, the Ministry of Magic land, I would like our version to be like the British version on the outside and even the inside. I wouldn't mind that. Because I think a lot of people were hoping that the Orlando's version was going to be the British version of the Ministry of Magic, and it wound up being the Fantastic Beast version, and people didn't really get a great response with the Fantastic Beast movies. So it's definitely a curiosity. Another thing that got pointed out was in the studio tour load and unload area, that where it sits today, we could be seeing them building a the Hogwarts Express, which would go from literally that space all the way down to the Falls Lake area. And on top of that, could, not only could we have the Ministry of Magic land in the Falls Lake area, we can also have Hagrid's Motorbike Adventure, which I think that area alone, that whole plot back there, can easily fit both of those without a doubt. I don't know how you guys feel about it. I'm kind of thinking that it's a possibility, not guaranteed. One of the things that I do want to talk about for a second, again, Theme Park Wizard posted it, and I'm going to go to his page real quick, Virus, if you don't mind. See if he has it posted, because he did have it posted. I don't know if he still has it posted. Oh, and by the way, if you are going to Universal Hollywood, they have closed off the plaza to start building Grinchmas. So just keep that in mind when you're going there. Let's see. I'm trying to see if he has it posted. If not, I'll just talk about it. It's okay. And it's not looking like he does. He probably has it on his YouTube, but I don't want to pull that up at the moment. Basically, what it was, they show Disneyland. That they're basically showing Disneyland starting to build the new turnstiles for Universal or for the Disneyland Resort, both on the DCA side and the Disneyland Resort side. And they're upgrading the turnstiles to the turnstiles they have in Disneyland Paris, where it's a facial recognition system. And I've been saying for a long time, even Orlando has something similar, Universal Orlando. I've been saying for a long time that Universal Hollywood needs to get with the times, and they need to upgrade our entrance gates with that, with the facial recognition. That way, it's more efficient for guests. Because I can't tell you how many times the attendant at the gate will scan my annual pass, and yet I still have to do a thumbprint. And a lot of times the thumbprint scanners don't want to cooperate. So it would be a lot more efficient with facial recognition. So I'm hoping Universal Hollywood considers installing that system into the entry gates before the 2028 Olympics. I'm hoping that's the case. We do know we have a pretty good idea that security, where it sits today at Universal, is getting moved to the parking structures, which is going to follow the same type system that the Disneyland Resort has, where they moved most of the security to the parking structures. Not all the parking structures, but like Mickey and Friends, Pixar Pals, they have the security right there. So it's less of an irritation than what Universal has, where you have to go through security, which is already tight as it is in that area, go to the gates, and then try to fight trying to get inside the park because of the thumbprint scanner not working, or something in that aspect not working. So hopefully they upgrade the system, because it really, really needs it very badly. Jose said they should just build another roller coaster where the tram is located. The theme to Harry Potter, using either a carriage like if we are flying, similar to Hagrid's motorbike. Okay. That's an idea. I'm open for it. As long as we're expanding and we're not getting rid of rides, that's a plus to me. I'm all down for that. Virus says Cal Missing has a great video of the future expansion by Falls Lake. He does. Everyone that hasn't checked out Cal Missing on X, please do so. Has a lot of amazing content. Chris West says, hate the ticket passes. It should just be digital. Yes, I 100% agree on that as well. The one thing I will say, whether it's the Disneyland Resort or even Universal, personally for me, I like Universal Orlando's system, where they have the digital, which we have to a point, like with the season passes or the annual passes, you can have it on your phone on the Universal app, but they also have the actual cards, the physical plastic season pass cards, kind of like what Knott's Berry Farm has. I want to go back to that. I think that was efficient. I love that too. I thought that was very awesome. So maybe they can do something along that aspect. Who knows? But it's a wait and see game. But you like Virus says, we have a bright future at Universal Hollywood. What direction it goes, we don't know. But from seeing this massive coaster, Universal Hollywood is going in the right direction. I could tell you that. Chris West said, I heard in 2026 we'll get rid of the physical cards and just go to digital. That makes sense to Knott's, Chris, because they're a cashless park. So that, the only way to buy things inside Knott's is to use a card or the tap system from your Apple Wallet or Google Wallet. So that makes sense. But for Hollywood's case, if they want to kind of be stuck in the dark times, as I call it, the age times, which is it's not a bad thing, but it would be more efficient if they upgrade their system to facial recognition. I wouldn't mind the physical cards going to Universal. I think that's something that I've asked for a long time. So I don't know if they would ever do it. Hopefully they would. Who knows? But we'll just have to wait and see. I want to bring up now, unless anyone else has anything to talk about construction wise with Universal Hollywood, I'm going to move to the Christmas portion of Super Nintendo World and what we can expect. If anyone has any other questions about construction or possible lands, rides, post it in the comments so that way we can talk about it. Virus, you said more details about what? Post in the comment, Virus. What do you mean by more details? So that way oh, okay. So the coaster. Okay. So let's get into more detail then with the coaster. What's going on with that? I've heard with the coaster, the ride vehicles themselves. I have actually heard that the ride vehicles are going to be a lot like Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind at Walt Disney World. That they're going to twist and turn on embankments, on different sections of the track to kind of eliminate noise pollution towards critical areas of the lower lot. The scream shields. Let me ask you, Virus, because you have a source. Do we know at any point when the scream shields are going to start to go up, especially on that right side of our left side, if you're looking straight on at it, of the Simpsons show building? Do we know when those pieces are going? Okay, so let me go to your X, Virus, because you said there's more details. So let me do that. Hold on. Let me do that real quick. Okay, so I've already shown these pictures. I've showed these pictures. Let me know if I'm missing something, Virus. I'm just going to kind of scroll through your pictures here. Okay, so you posted this picture the other day. This is that piece of track that literally went underneath the escalator, if I'm not mistaken. That was a bit higher up. So going up. Okay, hold on. So going up. Okay, let me do that. I showed these pictures. Well, these are from Theme Park Wizard. Let me see. Oh, I see. Okay. I think I know what you're talking about. So this is what it looks like right now. What Virus posted. Oh, you pinned it. Okay, let me go up higher. Okay, hold on. Okay. Okay. Let me know. Okay, this is probably it. So Virus posted on his X page. He said, more information. There will be 6 trains, each themed to different films. Okay, that's very cool. I'm glad that's happening. That's kind of unique in itself. I know one of the trains, but let's keep something a surprise. There will also be a lot more theming and building throughout the layout, especially the launches by the fire station. Um, so you do have a trusted source. I do want to keep that confidential, so I won't ask you who it is, but I'm sure it's definitely someone that you 100% trust. I know one of the pictures that possibly will have theming is probably this building here, if I had to guess. And then also these right here. Because Wizard made a good point in his video that he posted yesterday was these walls here that are retaining walls for the hillside for the coaster. These are the same type of walls they build on the freeways in Los Angeles and around Los Angeles that eventually, once the walls are built, they do theme them. And this kind of looks like the same aspect here where they are going to theme it. So I'm kind of hoping that is the case. One thing I will tell you, I do take it with a grain of salt, but I trust you, Virus, on that. One thing I will say, looking at this and then the hillside and all that, one thing I would love to see, and it's probably not possible because I don't know if they destroyed it or it went to a museum, but bringing back the Universal sign, but completely revamped and putting it on the hillside here would be a great homage to where it sat before the construction started, and it can be completely redone. I think that would be a great homage, a great theming element for this coaster. Because why else would you call it Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift? So I think the Universal Classic sign, obviously revamped, would be absolutely incredible to put on this hillside somewhere. Because you got plenty of area to put it in. It's where you put it if you're going to do it. But on Virus's comment that he pinned going back, basically you are saying from your trusted source that 6 coaster trains and each train themed to a different film, which is absolutely incredible. I'm glad that is the case. So you think they're gonna put the Universal sign below the steel building, which is again extension of the queue which you showed us earlier. That's what you're saying. So let me pull up the diagram here that you shared with me here. Give me 1 second here. Oh, it disappeared. Hold on. Let me go to my page real quick. Okay, here we go. So you're saying literally somewhere in this area here that Universal sign is going to be put back. Okay. Hey, I'm glad that's at least being talked about, maybe not considered, but talked about. So I'm actually very happy that that's happening. But he said it'll be solid neon. Okay. Again, that's not a bad thing. That again, it's a great homage to what once was there. I know a lot of people got upset when they ripped the sign out to make way for this coaster. A lot of people was really struck by it. So it's great that they're considering bringing it back. I have no negativity towards that. one bit. The one thing I did want to show, and I think it was in the chat. I think Chris posted it. Hold on. You also posted something else. Virus also said, I'm hoping the coaster will have a fire and smoke, but I don't know anything on that. It could. Again, the possibilities are endless. No one, again, Virus, you probably know as well as I do, no one thought in a million years we were going to get a coaster of this scale to the scale of like Velocicoaster in Orlando on a hillside like this. So the possibilities are endless. And I say that also with a grain of salt, that possibilities are absolutely endless. That coaster I do want to bring up. So let me go to YouTube real quick. Hold on. Spare me 1 second. Because I want to, because Chris posted a little while ago about, oh, sorry guys, wrong screen. He posted about the Jurassic flyer, and I want to show that ride system. That way, many of you at home can see what he's talking about. So let's pull that up. And again, I'm going to mute the sound. That way there's no copyright, okay? So give me a quick second. Okay. I'm just waiting for the ads to go away. Sorry, guys. I'm just... Okay. Here's the ride system of that Jurassic Flyers, obviously in Universal Studios Beijing. Again, I would not mind if we didn't get Velocicoaster or a version of it in the Mummy area, in that whole section, but I wouldn't mind this, because this coaster here, compared to the little kiddie version that they have in Orlando, this anybody can ride. Adults, kids, teenagers, whoever. The one in Orlando only caters kids. And the only time an adult can go on it is if their kid is too small to ride by themselves. But this, I'm telling you right now, I wouldn't mind this attraction, or, and I'm being honest with you, or the other one, which I'm going to show, which is that Jurassic World indoor dark ride, which I think you guys are going to get an absolute kick out of. But I want to show you guys this. It's only a 4-minute video of this, and it looks like it's completely indoors. So noise pollution would not be a problem for the studio. That's on the lower lot, obviously. But this is pretty cool. You could clearly see how smooth this thing is going. Obviously, it could probably use a little bit more theming elements, like animatronics jumping out at you or something like that. But the fact that the ride vehicles kind of go from side to side, and you can see both sides of the scenes, I could see something like this coming to Hollywood in that Mummy area if they are going to expand Jurassic World out into that area. And it is like X2 virus. So this, I would, and obviously there is an outdoor portion. I forgot about this section, but the beginning of it is indoors, but this would be pretty cool. Like I said, obviously it needs a little more theming element with animatronics or actual scenes from the movie. But I would not be opposed to this at all, coming to Hollywood at all. I think that's, it's almost over. But again, this is a smooth ride. It's not extreme. It's not, crazy ridiculous. And it looks like it would be a fun coaster, quite frankly. I'd so be down for this to come to Hollywood. And the next ride is even more incredible, by the way. So you guys kind of get the concept of this. Let me look up the other one real quick so you guys can see this. Jurassic World. Whoops. Stupid autocorrect. Okay. Okay, this is the other ride. Take a look at this. And of course, ads have to play. Sorry, guys. Just give me 1 second. So either that Jurassic Flyer coaster would come to Hollywood or this. And I think a lot of people want this. But then again, who knows? But look at this. Look at this ride queue, dude. So the vehicles are almost identical to Transformers, but you have to see this to believe it. If many of you have not seen this, this is absolutely incredible. So again, it's almost the same kind of ride system as Transformers to a way, but you can't tell me this doesn't look freaking amazing right now. Yes, this part is a screen, but it has screen and practical sets. So I'm okay with that. But look at this. I'm just like freaking mind blown about this. This is like Hollywood on steroids. If we got this, oh my lord, this would be absolutely incredible. Look at that. Look how close you are to that thing. You can't tell me that's not terrifying. Look what it does. Watch. Watch what it's going to do right now. Look how close you are to... Oh, maybe that's not the section. I don't know. It might be. It's coming up, though. You're going to be freaking blown away when you see this. And look at that. They have the sign from the first Jurassic Park movie. Obviously Jurassic World theme, but that's a cool Easter egg. Again, a lot of great theming elements here. Animatronics. Again, look how close you are to that. That's again, you can't tell me that you guys between the Jurassic Flyers and this, either ride would be absolutely incredible to have at the Hollywood Park. If you're going to expand Jurassic World entirely, these would be the, oh yeah, Transformers times 10. Look at this. Look. He's actually chasing you. A full-scale version of the Indominus Rex is chasing you. You cannot freaking tell me that's not terrifying. There's no way, dude. No way. And you're right, Virus. It is freaking... I wouldn't even say 10 times better. I would say 100 times better than Transformers. This is just like... knocks it out of the water. Oh, no worries. But look at this. Again, screen base and practical sets. I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this. Now, if it's all going to be screen based, I'm not okay with it. But you have practical and screen based sets. So I am completely fine with that. Look at that. Holy crap, dude. Wow. Literally, if I was a 5-year-old kid, I'd probably be pissing my pants. And that's just because of the wow factor. Again, just the animatronics, the detail that went into this ride is just next level. If we got this or the Jurassic Flyers attraction in the Mummy area, oh my god. It'd be lights out. Now, I have to ask you guys because I know a lot of people, Virus, I think it was either you or Chris, or I think it was Ian who posted earlier about the Donkey Kong expansion that he was saying that um, he doesn't want an exact copy of other things you can experience in the theme park and other theme parks. I have to ask you guys, um, would you guys be okay of having a clone of either ride here coming to Hollywood? What do you guys think? Would you be okay with having an exact copy of either ride coming to Hollywood? Post in the comments. We already have a comment. Ian said, yes, that was me. Want kind of new things here at Universal Hollywood, but I think this would be okay. China is far enough away. Yeah, I would agree. Um, you know what, Ian? To be honest with you, if you had to choose between either or, I think I know what your option is. But what do you think? What do you think? Which ride would you like to see? The Jurassic World Adventure or Jurassic Flyer? Virus said, "I want this. I don't care if it's a clone." Yeah, you and me both. Yeah, I agree. It'd be okay to have one of these over here. No, absolutely. You also put just like putting Tron in Magic Kingdom was a good idea. Yeah, I just don't. I'm kind of skeptical if they are going to do Tron in Tomorrowland at Disneyland. I think that would be kind of a hit or a miss on that one. Um, Ian, you also said I would want the Jurassic Adventure. It could be like Universal Hollywood's Indiana Jones. Yeah, and the perfect place to put that would be in the Mummy ride building show area or ride building. And quite frankly, to be honest with you, they could probably fit this whole they could probably fit this whole ride inside that Mummy show building. What do you guys think? Jose posted, if we can have both, I would take both, but I would take Jurassic Adventure. Yeah, a lot of people are saying that. I just think the Jurassic Flyer would be kind of cool because really the only honest roller coaster we have that's going to be outdoors is the Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift. I don't really consider the Fly of the Hippogriff a really decent roller coaster. It's a kiddie coaster that literally you're on for like 30 to 40 seconds tops. So yeah. All right, I have to go now. Have a great night, everyone. Virus, thank you for all your input, your sources, your information, and I'll try to get with you very soon and maybe have you on the show on one of these Conductor Thursdays. Have a great night. Good to see you, and keep up the amazing work. Um, but right now, we're going to kind of dive in for the next 15 minutes of Super Nintendo World and the Christmas overlay. So we're going to dive into that real quick. So let me pull that up really quick here. Let me see. I'm going to get rid of that because I'm not very interested. Before we dive into the Christmas stuff, I do want to point out something. So if we go to tickets and passes, this is what I'm going to do. If you're a annual pass holder, or if you are just buying a ticket, I don't know if many of you know about the early access for Super Nintendo World, but I'm gonna share something with you guys. That way, you guys can kind of have a little cheat sheet on what I'm gonna do. You see where it says Super Nintendo World Early Access Ticket, $20. If you click on this and then you hit the arrow, right? This is what I'm going to do here. So from what I've heard, what I've been told, the Christmas season is not going to start until November the 29th. Today is November the 7th. So the 29th, the Christmas festivities start. The reason why I'm saying the 29th, if many of you have liked to do Super Nintendo World early, the 29th, like I said, the Christmas overlay is going to start or happen. So Super Nintendo World will be all decked out for Christmas. It'll have all the Christmas merch. Who knows? It might even have some Christmas elements inside the ride queue of Mario Kart. Not saying it will, not saying it won't. The whole land's going to be decorated in Christmas, and it would be a great opportunity for anybody, including my YouTube friends, Mondo from Five Fires, Theme Park Wizard, Dylan from Theme Park Obsession, JP Land 21, and so on and so on. Even David from Fresh Baked. Buy an early access ticket on the 29th, or buy it before then to experience Super Nintendo World during the Christmas season, the Christmas overlay first. Be one of the first ones to experience that. So I just wanted to bring that to your guys' attention. Right now it sits at $30. So just keep that in mind. But right now we're going to kind of jump to what we can see coming to the Hollywood version of Super Nintendo World for Christmas. So this is courtesy of TDR Explorer. He I think he lives somewhere in Asia or somewhere around there, and he's experienced Super Nintendo World out there in Japan since it opened, and he's done the Christmas overlay experience at Super Nintendo World over there as well. And this is what he kind of posted. The biggest thing merch-wise that we see so far, obviously, is this cute snowman plushie that I'm guessing we're going to have as well. Has some really cool sweaters, t-shirts, long sleeves, hat wear. So definite something very cool. Again, the plushies, sweaters, which are very cool. You got like a crown. You got slippers, ornaments, socks, more ornaments, a little Christmas tree. I think you can buy the whole tree with the ornaments. Lanyards. You got keychains, coffee mugs, gift bags. It's just stickers, earrings. You got I think these are. Oh no, these are chocolates. You got the towels, jackets. It just goes on. Look at this. A holiday display. I don't know if you can buy that over there, but I'm sure you can. Coffee mug, again theming to the snowy mountains that you see inside the land all year round. A mirror, that's interesting. Again, just a lot of merch, So very, very, very cool. That's the merch we could possibly be seeing come here to Hollywood. I would like to see the Christmas food come to Toadstool. So definitely very cool. I'm going to play this video as well. I'm not going to have the sound due to, again, copyright issues, but this is him walking around Super Nintendo World in Japan, looking at all the holiday decorations. You got the Christmas tree there. Just the whole land's decked out. So very, very, very cool stuff. I have to say. and he's walking into their one-up factory. Obviously, it's a little bit bigger than ours. But again, you can clearly see the merch there, and the merch is going to go hard. And what I mean by hard, I mean it's going to sell out quick. So I'm really hoping Universal is like ready for that, because I know when we started getting Super Nintendo World merch, why the land was getting built here in Hollywood, I know the merch was selling out like left, right, and center. It was ridiculous. So I can only imagine how, the merch selling out here. And I'm definitely picking up one of these plushies. I have to have one of those plushies so it can literally sit right here or sit on my dresser up here. That's the one thing I am going to definitely get merch-wise. I'm definitely going to get that plushie because it looks incredible. But you can see the crown that you can wear, which is very, very, very cool. But I'm super excited for the holiday overlay. It's been something I've been looking forward to ever since I started watching his videos on their version of the Christmas overlay. Now, I do have to bring up something. I would like to see next year Super Nintendo World kind of decked out for Halloween. I would like to see that. I don't know if they would do it. I would like to see it. And maybe have a special limited meet and greet with like Boo or like Bowser or Bowser Jr. I'd be so down for that. So that would be kind of cool, or even one of the Koopas. That would, as a meet and greet during the Halloween season. Oh man, Super Nintendo would be packed. Even Halloween merch, Super Nintendo World related, would be absolutely incredible by far. But you can clearly see that the merch, you want all of it. It's there. It's happening. I'm super stoked for it. I cannot wait for this merch. And it's interesting because I'm gonna just hit exit. I'm gonna keep playing the video though. Because there's just a lot of things he covers. One thing I do want to see if I'm going to go back to YouTube real quick and see if Super Nintendo World, if he has the food guide up. So give me a second. Bear with me. Let me see if it pulls up or not. Okay, so I think this was him. I can't swear that. Hold on a second. I'm gonna just stop this video right here. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, let me go back to this. Orange Grove 55. There you are, brother. Orange Grove 55. If many of you don't know, great friend of the channel. I just literally had him on last week with Tommy Toon World. Definitely check out that video. He is a great friend of the channel. I'm always on his channel talking with him and George, the Italiano. So definitely give him a follow on YouTube. Give him a follow on Instagram. And even though he's not really connected that much anymore on X, definitely follow him on X as well. Just follow him everywhere. Again, he's a great guy, and I appreciate always the support, OG, you give me, and it's always great hanging out with you, brother, and I hope to have you and George back on the show very soon. I hope to join one of your videos pretty soon, so definitely appreciate you showing up, brother, tonight. Means a lot. Right now we're watching the food, the holiday version of, so basically the Christmas version of the food at their version of Toadstool Cafe. And obviously, again, their Toadstool Cafe, I think, is a tad bigger than ours. I think we're pretty close though, but I think that okay, so I'm gonna pause it real quick. So this is the chef special gratin hamburger steak and mashed potato tree served with bread or rice. Now the burger doesn't look like holiday related, but I do have to say the theming elements here. If you look at the snowflake, which is pretty cool, and then you look at the little Christmas tree all decked out with the white stripe and the superstar on top, I think that's pretty cool. Again, this is one of the foods you can get. And again, I want to remind everyone this is for the Japan version. I am guessing that we are going to get something Christmas related at Toadstool. Again, I don't know if this is Christmas related. It might be, but it's their chef's special stumped cake. Looks pretty appetizing, actually. So it looks really, really, really good. And again, I'm super excited for the food. I'm super excited for the merch. I'm super excited to be in the land during the holidays. It's going to be so much fun, you guys. I have to tell you, it's going to be a blast. But he's eating this. Let me see if I could skip a little forward, see what else he gets here. Let me see. I'm gonna see if let me see. Okay, he's dipping into that. I don't know if he's gonna go into other. Okay, hold on. I don't know if he's showing. I think he's just showing what normally plays, and then I think he's gonna try that drink right now. Actually, to be honest with you guys, that looks pretty interesting. I wonder what that is. I don't know if that's some type of mocha drink or uh, tea, or I don't know what that is, or a float, or I don't know. It looks pretty appetizing though, whatever it is. Um, it looks weird though. I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's like a power up or what that is. But I thought there was a lot more food in that. Let me see if okay, he only has okay, wait a second. Oh, but I think he only let me see if I can go into his video and I'll start kind of going into it a little bit and see if I'm going to see if there's any other foods that are part of this that's not that. So I don't think there was. I think it was just that one item, which kind of sucks in a way. Yeah. Okay. It was just that one item. Okay. Well, regardless, this plushie here, I am 100% getting. It looks absolutely incredible, and I would guess that the merch, the decor, all that is going to start probably in the next week and a half, 2 weeks, to get ready for November the 29th. I know it's probably gonna be a busy day at Universal because of the Christmas overlay. So I'm definitely looking forward to that, without a doubt. And like I described earlier, if you go to Universal Hollywood and you do the early access like I've done before into the land, which gives you an hour, maybe a little bit more, to experience Super Nintendo World before they let in the general public. the 29th would be one of those days to buy that early access ticket, so you can literally be in the land with, a decent amount of people, but not a lot. And you can experience everything Super Nintendo World has to offer, including the merch, the food, just the whole ambiance of the whole land being decked out, and possibly some Christmas theme elements in the ride queue for Mario Kart. Again, that's not a confirmation though, but it's possible. So definitely look out for that. But without further ado, I don't think there was anything else I really wanted to share at this point. I do know, as I checked this morning, if anyone knows differently, correct me in the comments, but I do know that Magic Keys are still for sale as of today. They haven't sold out yet, so if you want to go to Disneyland out here in Anaheim, definitely buy your Magic Key. It with the current price increases, it seems that buying a Magic Key is more beneficial than buying a just a 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 day ticket. You get your money's worth out of a Magic Key than you would buying just individual tickets. And there's a lot to come. There's a lot to come. November the 15th, they're going to open Tiana's Bayou Adventure for everybody using the virtual queue system. Like I said earlier, that they are upgrading the turnstiles on both the Disneyland side and the DCA side for entrance into the parks. They're doing a lot of construction in downtown Disney. Just recently, in the last 6 months to a year, they opened Din Tai Fung. They're opening very soon Parkside Market. They're going to be putting fences, construction walls in front of the old former Tortilla Joe's location, and possibly either tearing that down or retrofitting it to fit 2 different restaurants, I think it was. They're also going to be building eventually the 3-story or 2-story, but possibly 3-story Earl Sandwich, which will be, I think it's 3rd or 4th location at downtown Disney. I've also heard that there are whispers and murmurs about the ESPN Zone building, either again retrofitted for public use, again for guest use, or for possible just getting ripped out and something else being put there. Marceline's is reopening with its long refurbishment that I had. It took over the former dress shop location. So it's definitely going to be a bigger Marceline's. I'm going to call it Marceline's. I think that's just the proper name for it that I like. It's going to be a bigger Marceline's, so it won't seem as crowded in there. So that'll be kind of nice. And there's just a lot of things happening. A lot of things are happening in DCA as well. We could see possibly the closure of the Hollywood Studios backlot. We could be seeing as early as next year with the Avengers e-ticket attraction starting to be prepped and getting built. We can also be seeing the Stark Flight Lounge, which is a surprise attraction we weren't looking forward to getting. We can also hopefully be seeing the Coco Dark ride wherever that might wind up. We can also be seeing Avatar possibly being built in the Simba lot, which I'm hoping is the case. And Disneyland's 70th birthday is coming up as well. Ian said yes, so much this year and next with the 70th Waltz animatronic, Paint the Night, and who knows what else. Absolutely. And I said it on Orange Grove 55's channel before, guys. I don't know for the 70th, but I have heard I have heard that Murphy the Dragon is getting rebuilt and is going to be re-added to the Phantasmic, but it probably will not debut until the 75th birthday of the Disneyland Resort. But I've heard whispers and murmurs that Murphy is coming back. And it's going to be the full scale animatronic that we had once before, obviously upgraded and perfected. So what happened to it last time won't happen again. Jose said, yep, 2025, 2026 is going to be the best year with new construction and rides coming to all theme parks. Absolutely. The one thing that scares me, Jose, is like with Disneyland and DCA, I'm really hoping to God they don't put the Avatar experience. Well, they're calling it experience, but I'm calling it a land. Avatar Land. I'm hoping it's not put in the Hollywood backlot. I'm hoping it's put in the Simba parking lot, which has already been permitted for Disneyland Forward. I could tell you if they put it in the Hollywood backlot, even with that bus load and unload area from the Toy Story lot, I could tell you that things are going to be scaled back and it's not going to be as grand as it looked like at the model at D23. But if it's put in the Simba lot, I can almost guarantee that it's going to be grand, it's going to be massive, it's going to be immersive, it's going to be the full scale version of the land that we all want. So, yes, 2025, 2026, 2027, even 2028, leading up to the Summer Olympics, is going to be a great 4 years for the theme parks. I can tell you that much. It's going to be a great 4 years. And there is a lot happening at Disneyland, at Universal, at Six Flags, at Knott's, at SeaWorld, and so on and so on. Even the Florida parks with Universal Orlando, with Epic Universe, you got SeaWorld Orlando, you got the Walt Disney World. The possibilities are just incredible, and they're increasing day by day on what experiences are going to be coming and what experiences we'll be able to immerse ourselves in next. It's absolutely going to be a wild ride, definitely for sure. Again, I want to thank everybody for joining tonight's channel or tonight's live stream. Again, if you don't follow me on social media, you don't follow me on YouTube, I have all the links down in the description. I want to thank everybody for commenting, posting your comments, engaging in the live stream. I do appreciate it. I love doing it. I want to thank Virus, especially for all his great information, his source that he has on some of the elements, some of the theming, some of the details going into the Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift Coaster. I want to thank always Orange Grove 55, which is one of our moderators on the channel, also a great friend. I'm going to be hopefully having him and George back on the channel maybe next week or the week after or the following weeks, depending on his schedule, because he's pumping out a lot of content as well. But I'm also going to try to get Virus on the channel. Virus seems to know a lot, so we're definitely going to have him on the channel one of these days. But again, I want to thank everybody for watching. I want to thank everyone for joining. And everyone be safe, be kind to one another, stay cool out. Well, actually, depending on what state you live in, stay cool or stay warm out there. The weathers are changing for the seasons, so definitely stay cool out there. Definitely stay warm. And I will see you guys hopefully soon. Again, my name is ThemeParkConductor, And everyone have a wonderful night. Have a wonderful night, guys.